A Fox 46 exclusive, this bunker that was built more than 50 years ago sits in a small town just outside of Charlotte.
Only Fox 46's Morgan Francis was able to get an exclusive tour inside the bunker meant to protect against a nuclear attack during the Cold War.
If you lived through the 60s, practicing duck and cover in the event of a nuclear attack seemed normal. In 2018, a bunker built to withstand bombs seems like something you'd see in a movie. For Dexter McIntyre, this was where he worked for over 20 years.
I grew up about a mile and a half from here. The construction started in the summer of '65 when I graduated from high school. I knew it was going to be a neat place, but really didn't know what it was going to be.
AT&T built dozens of underground bunkers from Miami to Boston.
The reason that this whole network was built was to withstand nuclear war.
One of them in Stanfield, North Carolina.
The cable didn't go through the major cities, as the major cities were considered the nuclear targets.
Its purpose was to keep communication lines open in the event of a nuclear attack. 4 flights of steps, 10,000 cubic yards of concrete, 2,100 pounds of steel, eye wash stations, a shower.
You come into this, you step on this platform here, and automatically washes any radiation fallout from you.
It was built to sustain 90 people for 90 days.
The doors are approximately 3,000 pounds.
Everything in the building was built on springs.
Like everything else, on shock mounts, in case you got a nuclear blast and the whole building's shaking.
In the 60s, 70s, and 80s, this place was packed with analog technology. McIntyre worked in the air radio systems, which also provided communications for Air Force One. But like his 30 co-workers, he did a little bit of everything.
I mean, here you're working on the latest modern technology, and you also work on the sewage treatment plant.
Fortunately, it was never needed for what it was designed.
After the Soviet Union pretty much collapsed, then the importance of survival, wasn't there like it was during the 60s.
In 1991, the building shut down. They stripped the place, only leaving behind noisy transformers.
It's been doing that for years and years.
Old newspaper, clogged filters, and memories of what it used to look like.
And don't it look sad?
Many of these wartime shelters are the strongest structures in the country. Many of them sit empty.
We live in a bunker here in Kansas.
But not all of them. Edward Payton and his wife live in a bunker. He's also a bunker salesman and says the market right now is hot.
I've been receiving more calls since some of this North Korean thing has been heating up.
Payton has closed 60 sales over the past 23 years. Maybe not everyone wants to live in a bunker, but the one in Stanfield does get some bites. American Tower, the company that owns this bunker, says they've had some interest. In fact, someone in the NASCAR industry said he wanted to buy the place to store his vintage cars, but they're not interested in selling, they're interested in leasing. McIntyre says he wishes someone would clean this place up and open it back up. At the very least, he says it's nice to see people taking an interest in something he never imagined would turn into a piece of history. Morgan Francis, Fox 46 Charlotte.